It's the BattleCOM fan battle. It is now 8 p.m. Tuesday, May 31st. We are broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube. And this is it. This is the chance. Somebody's watching the video on another screen. I can hear myself coming through. You can't cheat and vote for yourself at the same time. Look, all of them looking so innocent right now. This is perfect. Welcome to BattleCOM, the geek war of comedy game shows. People are tuning in. This is the game show where, well, the answers don't really matter. It's just about being funny. And these people have been wonderful supporters of the show for a good while now. And I want to thank them for stepping up, because actually they sort of bugged me for a while. So I gave in to give them their own show where they get the chance to battle themselves. If you're watching, I'm joking. Erica, take off.
Don't die.
All right. What's up, everyone? Paul is done for the night. I am Erica, your co-host and co-producer. If you're watching, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. I said that once. Now I got that out of the way. We're really glad that you're here.
Thank you, Erica. All right. Yeah, snacks were a bad idea. Somebody called it earlier that I shouldn't eat snacks while doing the show. Was definitely the moment. So this is the Geek War of Comedy Battles. What's going to happen is you're going to see two of these people on screen punching each other in the face with jokes over points of geek import. And then we'll ask you to vote, and we'll tell you how to vote. And when we ask you to vote, you're not voting for who's right. You're voting for who's most entertaining, because we learned from Fox News it's not about being right. So how close are we to getting ready to be started? Well, let's just at least tell people how they can vote. You can vote by going to slido.com, and the event code is BC for BattleCOM 307, because this is season 3, episode 7 of BattleCOM, and it's about time that we've had the fan battle. And let's get the rest of this all underway. Is everybody cool? Everybody fine? Mark, actually, why don't we? What handles do you guys use when you comment, Mark?
Just Mark is fine.
Just Mark, and you're also on Twitter. You're the Madhouse.
Yes.
Yes. All right, the Madhouse. Tim Rowcliffe.
Hello.
The Jigsaw Nerd.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. And we have, of course, Ruroshen, Stephen, and it's Cmelak is the last name. It's Marc-Andre Dagenais.
Yes, very good.
Tim Rowcliffe.
Very good.
Rowcliffe is perfect.
I practiced that one. And Matthew Emrich.
Hello.
Hello. And what do you call? Oh, we got. Yeah, AJ Young is coming in. Fan game.
AJ.
So we will kind of get. Oh, maybe that's not the best layout for there. We are. So it's not just starting soon; it's starting now. And just a reminder again: Slido.com. The event code for voting is BC 307. Wow, Captain America's himself is coming in saying Team Mark. But please remember, in fair play, Captain America, you vote for who is most entertaining.
Also, hello.
Erica will send you her number at the end of the show.
There we go. And so, yes, here's our battlers. So, Stephen,
You just got it, Paul. Hang on.
I know.
Paul, before you mispronounce
Cmelak.
Steven's name, can I sidebar with you? I just want to make sure it looks like we are live on 2 streaming platforms. Hello, both of those streaming platforms. However, it looks like we were missing Facebook. Should we add Facebook?
Oh, I will attempt to add Facebook. I'm not sure why that didn't happen.
All right. Sorry. Didn't want to interrupt the show. This has never happened before. We just want to make sure that all of our friends who usually watch on Facebook would be able to watch us.
Likely story. It never happened before.
Have you ever watched a BattleCOM that was not on Facebook? I don't think so.
Okay. It says we have connected to Facebook now, but it doesn't give me the image. But thank you for the update. If anyone wants to check Facebook, tell us that you're watching. I see that we have a good number of people watching, so we should probably be moving on into the battles. Yes, my co-moderator here is Erica Taddeo. And that's me. We don't need to talk about me. Our battlefields today. In the essence of keeping them vague, the battlers know them ahead of time, but just as a teaser for everybody else, I've got it. I've brains. Brains. Ha ha ha! I have you now. But it all comes back to this. So if anyone can figure them out, then I'm a far better writer than I thought I was. So we also have a fan game. This is for all of us. All right, Codenames Live has said, "Yay, Battlefields!" Our name the mashup for the viewers, the audience. What we're going to do is before each battlefield, we're going to show a picture, and then during the battlefield, you can percolate some ideas and throw up your ideas of what the mashup should be called. And it's usually involves more than one fandom. So this is our first mashup.
Oh,
I think the Bloodspot is a nice touch. It's by Rabbit Tooth, and for those who don't recognize it, it's original Star Trek and Silence of the Lambs. So there we go. Wow,
Nice.
we've got a lot of Team Mark coming up. Stephanie Murphy, James saying that's terrifying. I think that's the point. So we are going to move on now to battlefield number 1. Erica.
Yes.
What is the best defense in a zombie apocalypse? Please tell me quickly. I really need to know.
So that was we've got a Team Tim coming in with Janelle. That was BattleCOM
Oh my
regular
gosh.
Jason Hatrick. Not mentioning himself in that. And there we go. Codenames Live. Tim Riel is laughing away at that.
I hope he's safe.
Jason is dubbed. I hope he's safe too. We better get him that information very quickly. So our first 2 battlers coming to the screen. It's got to be Matthew with his choice of sailboat, and I think we might be just a second. There we go. Facing off against Steven with his choice of a lightsaber. So second to the screen will be going first. That's going to be Steven on the positive round. Now, with the positive round, they get to be positive about their choice. So they get to make jokes about why theirs is the best option. And take it away, Steven.
All right, thank you. So, that's right, the lightsaber, Space Fantasy's answer to the Swiss Army knife, the ultimate all-in-one survival tool. Inside that compact metal tube is the answer to every problem you could possibly face during a zombie apocalypse. Wandering around in the dark, it's the ultimate glow stick. Pesky bugs keeping your survival party up at night? Hang it upside down and you've got the world's largest bug zapper. There's a zombie coming at you? Hell, if you've got the high ground, you can easily lop off 3 out of 4 limbs at once without breaking a sweat.
All right. And facing off against Matthew. Matthew, positive with the sailboat as the best defense in a zombie apocalypse.
Boats are the solution to all of life's problems. You have tax evasion charges coming at you? Take a boat, go to international waters. You're a Russian oligarch that's trying to avoid sanctions? Take a boat, go to international waters. Zombie apocalypse? Take a boat, go to international waters. Your wife, you call her fat? Take a boat, go to international waters. It's the one-size-fits-all solution to all of life's problems.
All right, they have come out swinging. Let's see how that works with the votes. The voting is open. Oh,
Sorry,
voting
I pressed
is
the wrong
open.
button.
Yep. We got it. We're moving. For anyone, it's slido.com. It's BC307 if you want to vote. It is open and active now, so you can vote for either Matthew or for Stephen. And if you have any ideas for the mashup, naming the mashup, you can still do that. So it's all right. We've got. I don't know if we've only got 2 votes in, and they both came in for 2 different people. And I can see we have a lot more people watching. So feel free. It's just open up another tab. Go to slido.com, and the event code is BC307, not 307, 307.
0, not O.
Oh, yep. The votes have kept coming in. We're watching the little horse race here. If you got any ideas for the mashup, Stephen is looking rather smug at this point. We might want to give this. James is saying I would always be worried about having a lightsaber slip out of my hand and slicing off something that should not be sliced off. If anyone has seen the movie The Norseman?
Not yet. No.
It looks too scary.
Okay, well, there is a nude sword fight between 2 Vikings, and apparently,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right?
well, there's going to be a sword fight in a movie. I didn't say which 2 Vikings, but they put in CGI wangs, just because
Oh,
they
what
didn't
kind of
want to
swords
risk
are they
the actors
fighting?
actually being injured during the filming.
Interesting.
Lindsay Northrup is saying Tim.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. Tim's not in this battle. Well, he will be in this battlefield just a little later. But I think we should give this a short count. It hasn't moved for a little while. For those who still don't know how to vote, you just open up another tab, go to slido.com, and enter BC307. And those 2 choices, Stephen in the lightsaber and Matthew in the sailboat, will be there. And
Right.
Erica?
Yes. Countdown from 3, 2, 1. Beep.
Beep. First one is going to Stephen.
Woohoo!
That means Stephen has won the positive round. That means Matthew goes first on the negative round. And so, Matthew, you get to be negative about your opponent's choice that you've just heard.
A lightsaber? Jedi trained for years and years and years to be able to use the lightsaber. They literally use the Force to be able to prevent themselves from decapitating themselves, chopping off their limbs, impaling themselves. So you're going to come in, find a lightsaber on the floor and start using it as if you were a Jedi? I think not.
All right. That's Matthew. Stephen.
Okay, so the sailboat in international waters is the solution to everything? I'm not so sure about that. You know what else you get in international waters? Pirates. You know what else you get in a zombie apocalypse? Zombie pirates. Is there anything more frightening than zombie pirates? I don't think so.
All right. Vote. Get your votes up. The Slido is open. Oh, Stephen has already got a vote in. We also have a comment from Ad Horrible MTL. Scurvy. Isn't the natural enemy of pirates being ninjas? So, like, ninja zombies facing off against pirate zombies. The votes are coming in. And remember, you're not voting for who you think is right. You're voting for who's most entertaining. Codenames Live saying there are like 5 things that are scarier than zombie pirates.
Name them.
Well, I
What,
don't
you
know.
asking me?
Last Halloween, I beat up a zombie pirate pretty easily.
Ad Horrible
Probably has
is
scurvy.
saying zombie sharks.
Zombie sharks.
No!
Zombie sharks.
Somebody mute him, quick!
All right, we're down
All
one
right.
battler. If
Anyone wants, you
to
can
join
also
the
change
fan
your
battle.
vote. If Stephen has put that in your head, you can always switch to Matthew. Zombie sharks are old sushi with a lightsaber. Sorry. A lightsaber is the recipe needed to make zombie sharks into old sushi. Okay. Now I got it. I just pictured a zombie shark with a lightsaber in its mouth.
Terrifying.
And are we ready for the countdown? Erica.
I know I am. So from 3, 2, 1, beep. And
So-
that one goes to Steven.
Go
Paul,
right-
you say
yes.
his name now.
That goes to Steven. And that means we get to find out about our other battlers. If Erica wants to remind everybody about the mashup photo.
Absolutely. Our mashup photo is
That's
those eyes,
just
man,
terrifying.
haunting me.
And yet
All
very
right.
seductive.
Oh,
You say so.
okay.
And now for our second pairing, it's going to be Mark with his choice of horse-drawn carriage, facing off against Tim with his choice of the Gallotrax 800. The Gallotrax 800, which is a real thing. Tim, you go first on the positive round.
All right, so let me introduce you to the Gallotrax 800, the world's largest forestry mulcher. It's the best defense is a strong offense, and nothing's more offensive than the Gallotrax 800. What's the forestry mulcher? Well, basically, it's an open-air wood chipper that's been exposed to gamma rays. A giant drum with teeth made of hardened steel spins, grinding the undead bastards in front of you. Bones, teeth, sequin jeans are all chopped and sent straight into the face of the approaching horde. They won't see it coming, just like when Mary Jo dumped you in high school.
All right, that took a dark turn. Mark.
Okay, so ideally for the best weapon, you want something that's discreet, small, quiet. If you can't have any of that, you might as well trample the zombies and move on right on through.
All right, the horse-drawn carriage. There's the positive. Oh, shoot, I got to open up the voting. Just 1 second.
That might be important.
That might be important. We are going to get the voting happening right now. There it is. The voting is open. So go to slido.com. And it's BC307. So the Gallotrax 800. Wow, I guess somebody dated the same person in high school that Tim did.
She's a zombie now.
I do. They work in a call center?
Maybe.
I do want to point out to Matthew, if you've got money problems, a sailboat is not really that good idea, because I've also heard them described as basically a hole in the water you put money into. I missed a lot of comments here. I want to go back. Somebody is what laughed, Tim. There are a lot of things that are scarier than zombie pirates.
We covered that one.
Think of the legal ramifications of having the average person using a lightsaber. I think in the zombie apocalypse, the legal ramifications went out the window. Zombie sharks. Oh, there, we got that one before. And I'm not king shaming whoever said it. It was seductive, but might have been the zombie sharks. I'm not sure. Even
zombie
teeth
sharks were
and
not the
jeans being mulped up by the Gallotrax 800. And AJ Young, gotta go do a show, but this is excellent already. Go, Tim.
Well, thanks, AJ.
We love you,
And
AJ.
also, hi, Erica. You look great. Good to see you.
Thanks,
From
AJ.
AJ.
I will be putting your check in the mail tomorrow.
All right, the voting is open. What's happening? There it is. No one needed to see all the tabs I have open because I have bad tab control. I liked how AJ screamed that while he was running out the door. So only about half the people watching have voted. Just to be aware, anyone who doesn't know how to vote, just go to slido.com. The event code is BC307. And that's 307, not 307. And AJ is going, Erica just shot coffee through my nose. Thank you for that. And we know what Erica thinks about coffee. So
It's fine as long as I'm not drinking it. So
other people snorting it, still kind of bad. Let's give this a countdown.
all right. So from 3, 2. I don't know what a Calatrax is. 1. Beep. Congratulations, Tim. You have won.
Well,
Beep.
that's one.
Positive round.
Just under the wire. Votes came in from Mark, but not enough, unfortunately. So we are now going to the negative round. So Marc-Andre, you get to be negative about the Galotrex.
So if there's one thing I've learned from watching many zombie movies is that your weapons will always break down no matter what. So if the Galotrex runs out of fuel and you're swarmed by zombies, you're kind of a sitting duck. But if the horse-drawn carriage break down, you can hop on the horse and keep going. Or even worse, if the horse dies, hey, at least you got, meat supply for like a month? Thinking ahead here.
Poor horse. All right, Tim.
Well, that's fair enough. But you're basically just walking around with bait on the front of your horse-drawn carriage for the zombies. Like, you're just saying, hey, because if you've ever been at the back end of a horse, you know what I'm talking about.
That's brains?
No, that's bait.
Let's see the votes. Go to slido.com. Event code is BC307. And just a reminder, you're not voting for who's right. You're voting for who's most entertaining. So, we just had a reversal. That my comment was not to inspire a reversal.
Wow.
And Tim Riel is saying a month's supply of bait. Yeah, all the zombies who are still carrying good gear, you want to be able to lead them somewhere. Run out of bullets, there's probably a zombie with a gun belt. No one else. No, all right. And everyone was very good at voting this time. I think we can give that a countdown, Erica.
All right. Congratulations on being good at voting, everybody. From 3, 2. If you haven't got your votes in, now is your last chance. 1. Beep. And that one goes to Tim. Congratulations, Tim.
Thank you.
Boom. So Tim has won that round. That means he gets to face off against Steven. Steven, who won the first round of the battle to defeating Matthew. So he gets to face off now against Tim. Steven, you get to go first with your choice of a lightsaber versus Tim Rowcliffe's choice of the Galotrex 800. The Galotrex 800. So, Steven, this is your positive round, so positive about your choice.
And a more epic battle was never fought. Now, if The Walking Dead has taught us anything, it's that the real danger in the zombie apocalypse is other survivors. And you know what the best deterrent is against looters, squatters, and cannibals? A goddamn 3-foot-long, glowing white-hot blade of plasma. Discount Robert Downey Jr. comes at you with a baseball bat covered in barbed wire. You just open a can of Order 66 on that fool, like you're Anakin Skywalker, and he's a Jedi youngling.
All right, Tim.
I want to go back with my positive round just to address what was said. The Galotrex 800 has an 1,800 liter fuel capacity. You're not going to run out of the fuel with that sucker. And what else is protecting you? You've got polycarbonate windows that come with a 10-year warranty against yellowing.
All right, the yellowing is important. The voting is open. There we go. Well, James has commented maybe the zombies can get a recipe for 3+ day old horse meat from Wendy's.
Oh God, that's wrong.
Where Wendy's might be mentioned, but they are not sponsoring us. And Janelle is saying, I wouldn't trust more than 3-day old horse meat. There we are. Maybe Janelle works for Wendy's. And Codenames Live is I vote for warranties. There we are. Ad Horrible saying, man has the sales pitch for the machine open in front of him.
This is the most press they've ever gotten in North America.
They were very important for cutting down the
Rainforest.
I wasn't going to say rainforest. I was never mind. I was trying to name a desert and I couldn't remember the name of a desert. The Death Valley forest.
Aw.
Was it called that before?
That's what it was called before. That's where Bigfoot lived. All right. There is.
Not anymore.
I went too far. All right. There is.
Much too far.
What's too far? Voting is open. I think there's a couple of people left to vote if we want to give it a long count, but.
All right, we will give it a slow long count from 5, 4. Why am I doing this? 3. Gotta
I'm
commit
not
to the
sure.
bit now. 2. It's too late to change it. 1. Last chance to vote and beep.
I thought we were going to get like a slow motion beep, but we didn't.
Oh, sorry.
There it is. That goes to Tim. That means Tim has won the positive round. So first on the negative round, it will be Steven.
So this thing looks awesome. It does. And that fuel capacity on it. Okay, it's going to take a while for it to run out of gas, obviously. But have you ever mowed a lawn, like a really thick lawn, like an overgrown lawn? No matter how powerful your lawnmower is, eventually you're going to hit something. It's going to get all gummed up. You have to, turn the lawnmower over and clean the grass from the blades. Can you imagine doing that with this beast of a machine and zombie guts? That's not something that I would want to do.
Boom. The argument for laziness. And Tim. Negative.
You just made my point. With a lightsaber, you're leaving chunks of bodies lying all over. There's hands, there's arms, there's legs, there's whatever, right? With the Galatrax, there's nothing left. It's just mulch. You can go and plant flowers right after the battle. Nice and smooth.
All right. What a smooth answer on that one from Tim Rowcliffe. Voting is open between Tim and Steven. Death Valley killed some of the Gold Rush people in 49ers. We sure this machine made it a desert before they got there? Well, it used to be a forest. And I mean, it can handle teeth and jeans. Wasn't it bedazzled jeans? There was some adjective to the jeans.
Sequined.
All right. We've seen the votes come in. Remember, for those who have difficulty voting, just go to slido.com. The event code is BC307. All together, no spaces, no underscore. The hashtag will be automatic. And there's a question, though. Is the Galatrax 800 an automatic?
Ooh.
Because some people can't drive stick. Should check that manual in front of you, Tim Rowcliffe.
It's actually monodirectional. It's got 2 controls, so you can back up and turn. And there's
Wait, does it only go back and
traction
forth?
based, man. It's traction based.
Lightsaber
I
goes in
don't
all
know
directions.
I think we're going to give this a countdown. It's looking tight.
All right, so get your votes in if you haven't voted yet. From 5, 4, 3. Get your votes in. 2, 1. Beep.
That is a
That is
tie.
a-
That means no points have been awarded. So no one has won this round yet, but some comments have come in. Steve Rogers saying does this man run a logging equipment dealership or is he just prepared to do comedy? That's what we're hoping for. Ad Horrible saying it also a gas-powered machine in this economy? There we are. Could you imagine the economy of a zombie apocalypse? That just sort of adds to it. So we are having a free-for-all round now. We've had the positive round before where they're positive about their choice, negative round where they're negative about the other person's choice. This is a free-for-all round where they get the choice of being positive or being negative, doing a roast attack upon their opponent, or just be entertaining. So, Tim, you get to go first on this free-for-all round.
Okay, so the Galatrax 800 weighs 31 tons. So let me demonstrate. Oh, come on. There we get that? That's bubble wrap. That's what the zombie skulls sound like as you drive over them. Isn't that fun? It's 31 tons of zombie grinding fun.
All right, Stephen.
So the lightsaber isn't just good for killing zombies. It's perfect for preventing them, too. Let's say poor grandma gets her arm bitten in an ambush. You just lop that chicken wing clean off before the zombie virus spreads to her vital organs and cauterize the wound in the same shot. No messing with bone saws, no forcing a belt between poor Nona's teeth for her to bite down on, no having to painstakingly tie off each and every little artery to keep her from bleeding out in the street. Just zippity zap, no fuss, no muss, and you and Lefty are back on the road in no time.
Not a lefty. Not a lefty. All right. Let's get those votes are opening. The votes coming in. The voting is open. I have an idea. Well, Steve Rogers is saying it's a damn monster from Fern Gully. And Codename Live said that is fun. I believe he was mentioning it for popping the bubble wrap, but it came in while Steven was on screen talking about chopping off Nana's arm. James is saying Ad Horrible's concern is the veto card. He's convinced me. Sorry, Tim. And Codename Limes, you can lock off the arm and think that fixes the problem. I'm not falling for that again. That was a venereal disease, and that wasn't an arm. So let's. Was I the first person to go dirty today? Oh,
Yep.
boys.
I mean, are we really surprised?
You told us this was a family show.
True. All right. What? Oh my goodness, it's looking like a tie again, but only half the people watching has voted, so we're waiting for a couple more votes to come in. I think it's very sweet. I think it's very sweet that Steven is going to pick his zombie survival team and include his grandma. That was very
What's he going to do? Just leave her there?
Exactly.
First, you have to go to the home to pick her up, and then you leave all the other old folks there.
You bring them with you as bait.
Oh. Yeah.
At least if she's zombified, she won't have teeth.
There is that. It's true.
Gummy.
That's why you go to the south of America during the zombie apocalypse. You'll get gnawed instead of bit.
All right, we just got the banjo music happening in the zombie apocalypse.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to deal with like meth zombies. No thanks.
Isn't it just regular methods? We got Codename Lives saying, my zombie crew is always going to include people way slower than me. Rule number 1 is surviving the apocalypse.
This is why Granny got bit instead of me.
All right, I think we are ready for the countdown.
All right, so from... Sorry, I'm swallowing a yawn because guess who only got like 4 hours of sleep last night for no reason? It's me. Anyway, speaking of 4, 3, 2, get your votes in. 1, And that round goes to Steven, which means
We have a tie match.
we're going for another free-for-all round. Or are we?
Exactly. We are going for another free-for-all round. This means since Steven won that round, Tim is going first again. And if we get a tie at the end, Erica has to choose the winner.
I must.
I don't know if any of you were outside today in this summer heat, but if you sweat your arse off, imagine using a lightsaber and you got to stand there and swing your arms around and do all that stuff. The Galatrax 800 is air conditioned.
All right, there goes air conditioning.
Now, it may seem like the lightsaber, all it's good for is hacking through flesh and bone. But wait, there's more. It can slice through a tin can as easily as a tomato and heat up the contents of that can in the process. And if you order now, you'll receive a free upgrade to the Obi-Wan edition. It slices, it dices, it Anakin fries.
Oh, all right. Voting is open. It should be open. There it is.
Puns versus air conditioning. Here we go.
Yeah. All right. Comment coming in. Can we rent out zombies for people to use as encouragement for fitness routines? Is your lightsaber air conditioned? And tomatoes can't slice through tin cans.
All right, get your votes in, everyone. By the way, this is also your last chance to put to post a idea for the what's it called, Monday mashup.
The Monday mashup. We'll show that picture in just a moment. Let's see the votes come in. Puns always win. Christian Menard is saying puns always win. Ad Horrible is saying, but can they slice through Tim cans?
Oh,
Really?
Really? Somebody playing the moves card on Tim? That's not.
Oh, man. I hope that wasn't my wife.
Is your wife known as Ad Horrible?
I don't know. Could be. I don't know.
All right. I think we are ready to give this a countdown.
all right. So get your votes in if you haven't. From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. And that goes to Steven. So, Steven, you have won your first battle at BattleCOM. Congratulations.
Well done,
Thanks,
Steven.
everyone. Thank you. Well played.
And this is probably the time that I should mention that I will be the people who win a round will be considered for an upcoming BattleCOM against the pros.
Uh-oh.
Just so for each of you that win a round, that is something you have to look forward to. So
This is like a Willy Wonka thing. By the end of the show, there's only going to be one of you left standing because the rest of you will have drowned in a chocolate river.
Oompa loompa.
and we have the name the mashup. I haven't seen any choices come through yet. Has anyone got a name for this mashup? Like I know I've got one in my head that just came to me very easily, but we want the audience to try to answer this.
I mean, I don't have a name, but now I know what happened to all the red shirts.
Oh gosh.
Steve Rogers saying, who doesn't need a better way to keep grandma from getting homicidal? All right. Am I going to have to say it? Am I going to have to say what I think is the best answer?
You might wait. Should we ask our battlers first, guys? Do you have any suggestions? Now that you get to see it in person as opposed to posting it in the comments, go for it, Tim.
I ate his liver with a little Romulan ale.
Okay. All right.
See, I was going to go with I replicated some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Matthew or Mark?
Hello, Mr. Spock.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm about to blow you all out of the water here.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
The silence of the tribbles.
Ooh. Yeah, that's solid.
That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
Paul wins.
Yep.
Is this the first time?
First time for everything.
Well, guys, Paul might be pretty good at this comedy thing.
As stated above, slower members are a requirement. Grandma counts. Okay. We're still talking about killing grandma. And we're going to show the mashup. This is the Battlefield 2 Name the Mashup. Battlefield 2 Name the Mashup. We need you viewers to up your game for naming the mashups. Battlefield 2 Name the Mashup.
Oh dear.
For those who are not familiar, that's King of the Hill and of course Leatherface from Chainsaw Massacre. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know if that would be the original or the remake, but it's Leatherface. All right. So now for Battlefield 2.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tim Riel. I am the host of the Adventures We Have from Inside the House podcast. But more importantly, I'm the host of Codenames Live, the hit comedy game show on twitch.tv/Tim_Riel. A place that Paul Ash has been before, and at least one of the players tonight has also been. Because we love comedy game shows, and I love one above all, and that is BattleCOM. BattleCOM has a very important place in my heart. It's where I started my comedy game show career. It is a place that I love to be. I've done so many BattleCOM battlegrounds, and I like to think that I'm pretty good at them. Paul has asked me to introduce this battleground, and this battleground is one I have fought in before, but it is easily one of my favorites. I am excited to see what these battlers bring to this one. So, battlers, what is the coolest superpower? Good luck.
Boom. Thank you, Tim Riel. We got a couple comments have come in here from Tim Riel saying Leatherface and Leatherface accessories. He's already jumping on. Ugh, this guy is gross. And fast forward. No. I got sent a minute, so I played the full minute. And James saying we need a trigger warning for this clip. Whoa! Trigger warning for that clip or for that for the mashup picture? I'm not sure. All right, so our first two battlers, it's got to be
Cool picture, Paul.
I couldn't. It was very hard to find a picture for instinctive vehicular operation. And facing off against Tim. Oh, that was the clip. Okay, the clip. As Matthew with his choice of teleportation. Oh, how'd that happen? There we go. So Matthew gets to go first with teleportation as his choice. Positive round.
So teleportation is the coolest superpower because you're never going to be late for a flight again. So when you get to the airport, you can spend the time to fully enjoy the cavity search and the pat down.
Positive round. Tim Rowcliffe.
So for those who don't know what instinctive vehicular operation is and why it's the coolest power, it's basically you can drive any vehicle just because you can. So imagine you're on a plane actually going to the Comic-Con in San Diego and the flight crew all gets food poisoning. No one else can fly the plane. But wait, you have the power of instinctive vehicular operation. You coolly make your way to the cockpit, walking through first class. You give a little nod to Patrick Stewart and Dwayne Johnson as you go by. You sit down, you avoid the vomit, and then you land the plane in San Diego. So not only have you saved yourself, but Patrick Stewart and The Rock, everyone else on the plane, and the butter sculpture of William Shatner that you didn't even know was in the cargo hold. You're a goddamn hero, and that's cool.
Boom. All right. Voting is open. Voting is open right now. I I put IV operation. I realize that now. That seemed like you know how to put in needles, but it's instinctive vehicular operation. And teleportation being Matthew's choice. Ooh, we've got a tie match coming up. Oh wow, this is a horse race. We've got a horse race on this one.
So don't forget to get your votes in. Also, if you have an idea of what is the coolest superpower and you're not currently debating it on this show, feel free to post it in the comments and maybe we'll read it later. And how are we doing on votes?
Okay, I think we are ready for the countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1, get your votes in. Beep. So that one goes to Tim. Congratulations, Tim. You have won the positive round.
Okay, we are moving on to the negative round, which is going to have Matthew go first again. Matthew, is your turn to be negative about intrinsic vehicular operations as chosen. Is this right?
Instinctive.
Yes, instinctive vehicular operation as chosen by Tim Rowcliffe.
I don't know if you've ever been on a plane recently, but if you try to walk in a cockpit in mid-flight, you're going to get much more than a cavity search, and you won't get very far.
Boom. All right. I guess teleporting in would have been better. Tim.
You know, I'm just shocked that you don't love your country. And you don't understand what cool is. Because let's say you're in Nova Scotia and the Blue Nose has been hijacked. The hijackers are all seasick and a prized piece of Canadian heritage is at risk. Do you understand? They made a heritage minute about the Blue Nose. What do you do with your power? You can't teleport the whole boat back. But with instinctive vehicular operation, you can hop on a jet ski, which you've never seen before because you're from Saskatchewan, give chase and climb aboard the ship. You single-handedly return it to port. Not only are you a hero, but you're beloved across this beautiful, grateful country. And people, they send you all the dimes. All the dimes. That's cool.
Vote.
All right. He had the dimes handy. Let's get the votes in. We had some comments that. What?
No, I was going to say, thank God they didn't put it on the penny because I wouldn't have had any of those.
I'd like to point out that the Blue Nose that we have now isn't the Blue Nose that's on the dime.
I know, but it's the Blue Nose too. But
yeah.
Point
all
taken.
Right. We've actually had a couple comments coming in of people selecting superpowers. I guess I think we can safely say them because they are not the ones that have been chosen. Have they? Uh-oh. I better.
We can always
maybe
save them for a little later.
Yeah, I'll save them for a little later just to make sure that they are not repeating stuff that is been said. So intrinsic vehicular operation seems to be in the lead right now against Matthew's teleportation. The voting is still coming in. About half the people have voted. Tim Riel from Codenames Live has commented, more than a cavity search. Go on.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never be in Nova Scotia. So next question. Yes, you're not allowed. Horrible.
Way to insult Paul.
Right?
Something about Nova Scotia. I don't know. We don't say bad things about Atlantic provinces on this show. Paul doesn't like it.
I do want to point out though, Saskatchewan has more lakes than any other province, I believe. So they do have sea dews, which is weird because they're actually lake dews, which is different than hair dews. But
thank you, Paul, for continuing to poke holes through my arguments.
During the
for
voting.
teaching me
It's not
about
During the voting.
About
Appreciate
being
that. Big time.
Let's get the countdown.
All right, so from 3, if anyone has trivia about any other provinces, go right ahead and post it in the comments. 2, I now know one thing about Saskatchewan. 1, beep. And the negative round goes to Tim, which means that, Tim, congratulations, you have won 2 rounds.
Thank you.
Boom. Congratulations. And that means, oops. Oh, we had a late vote come in for Matthew just as I was closing it, but it still wasn't enough.
I was losing too much.
Now, see, if that person had teleported to their device.
I need to get some
Exactly.
Russians in on this voting.
I do have one
Pull a
question
Trump.
about. I have a question about Matthew's logic. It's the fact that he would teleport to the airport rather than teleport to the destination. And I'd like to point out that Tim Rowcliffe did a very smart thing. He controlled the argument by telling Matthew that he couldn't teleport the whole boat. That's a clever thing.
Very nice.
All
I'm
right,
not just a pretty face.
you're not just a pretty face. Thank God. All right, so Steven has got the choice of rewinding time as the coolest superpower, and he's facing off against shape-shifting, which Mark says is the coolest superpower. And I'm really sorry, I sort of found the lamest picture of shape-shifting.
Like,
That's not like a guy and a girl about to pet a dog. That's somebody from the
knockoff version
Fallout
of
universe
Animorphs.
turning into a dog.
Knockoff version of Animorphs.
yeah, you couldn't even get like an Animorphs book cover? Come on.
It's the dollar store version.
Both of the Ashmore brothers are crying right now.
All right. Well, hold it. Steve Rogers saying, I'm learning so much as an American. And Ed Horrible saying, my body dysmorphia already agrees with Mark. So there we go. Mark, you get to go first on the positive round.
So the main reason why I think shapeshifting is the coolest superpower is that it can basically double as anything. You want to fly, turn into a bird. You want to breathe underwater, turn into a shark. You want to go back to the 1800s, turn into Donald Trump for a day. I mean, hey.
Hey, oh, nice. Rule of 3.
So just to be clear, I'm not talking about time travel. I'm just talking about a quick rewind of up to a few minutes, like Superman reversing the Earth's rotation to bring Lois Lane back to life. A heroic use of that power, to be sure, but I'll do you one better. Imagine being able to wind back time and give yourself the gift of endless back-to-back orgasms. Up, up, and away.
All right. I'm not the creepiest one on this anymore. The voting is open. The voting is open. Stephen with the power of rewinding time, or Mark with the ability of shapeshifting.
Those are both excellent choices, and they both made great arguments. So get your votes in.
So some of the superpowers that were mentioned in the chats earlier was common sense is the best superpower.
I tried to use that for the best zombie fighting power.
And the coolest power is always having exact amount of money you need to buy something in your pocket, obviously. So that's what Batman said his superpower was, money.
I was so mad when that movie came out because I had written an entire bit about that, and then Batman just went out and said it. And then all the time that I spent writing comedy basically just became a quote from a movie that I refused to even watch.
You did shows with that.
I did, and then I had to stop doing them. It's
Oh,
fine. It was a very fun show.
I'm not sure. That seems like something someone who's got no game would say. Not sure which quote that is in reference to. I think it came in before you started speaking, Erica.
It did. So I don't think it's about me. Because, like, let's face it, it's a scientific fact that I've got no game. It's okay.
All right, and facts aren't jokes. This is BattleCOM, and I think we're time for a countdown.
All right. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. So positive round goes to Steven. Congratulations, Steven.
And that means Mark is
for the
going
win.
first on. the negative round. But sorry, Ad Horrible is just clarified that it was for the multiple orgasms quote.
Choke.
Quote.
So I guess
How
my
do you
big
get
concern is how do you figure out that you have that power? And could you imagine just being stuck in a time loop because you don't have control of that power and you're just reliving the same moments over and over again and living existential dread until you figure out that you're rewinding time?
Oh, all right. There we go. Unconscious Groundhog Day. Stephen, you get to be negative about shapeshifting.
So if Beast Boy from Teen Titans has shown us anything, it's that eventually, sooner or later, you're going to get trapped in your animal form after you shapeshift. Either a supervillain is going to inject you with something, or you're going to have a moment where you just have a block and you're not able to shift back. And the worst thing that you could do, for example, would be to get trapped in the body of a golden retriever, because sooner or later someone's going to pick you up and, snip, snip.
Oh, the dangers. All right. The voting is open. Shapeshifting has already got a vote in. Let's get your votes in. It's Slido.com. The event code is BC307. It's really Stephen is very interested in the sexual quality of all of that.
The real question is, can you shapeshift the reversal of the snip snip?
That's a good question.
Just put your body parts back in the right order.
I think we just invented veterinary science fiction.
I wonder if Wolverine ever got the snip. Stephen, you've got a fixation with your private parts. There it is. Ad Horrible has called you out. I'm surprised no one has gone to the point that if Mark had shapeshifted into a golden retriever, then he could have given himself multiple orgasms.
This is true. This is true.
God.
Moving on. Get your votes in. If you haven't, please do that. If you have, then don't
Stop
forget
applying the bleach to your ears. I apologize for my statement.
I hope Steven's grandmother isn't watching.
You mean Lefty?
No.
Why didn't
All right,
you
good night,
rewind
everybody.
time before I got bit?
All right, so how are we doing? Are we ready for how many votes do we have in, Paul? Are we still waiting for votes?
We only have about half the people viewing have voted so far.
All right, so vote. It's so important. Do your vote. I feel like this looks really bad on screen. Vote.
Ad Horrible is saying, I hope Steven's grandmother is watching.
She's the one who just voted.
Yay! Thank you, Steven's grandmother. Don't worry, I'll make sure that you don't get murdered in the zombie apocalypse.
All right. I think we can probably give it a countdown as of now.
All right, so get your votes in if you haven't, because we're counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. So negative round goes to Mark, which means that we are tied. And you know what that means.
It's a free-for-all round. Steven gets to go first with either a positive joke, a negative joke, a roast attack upon his opponent, or just being entertaining. Steven.
All right. Have you ever regretted telling an inconvenient truth? Told your significant other that yes, those jeans do make their butt look big? With the ability to rewind time, conversational gaps like that are a thing of the past, literally. Just pop your rewind, tell everyone what they want to hear, make everyone love you, and never suffer the consequences of being honest ever again.
All right. The superpower of being a sociopath. Mark, you get to be positive, negative, just be entertaining, or a roast attack upon your opponent.
So have you ever wanted to do like 6 different tasks at once? Imagine an octopus cleaning the kitchen, cooking, doing taxes, answering the phone, all of that at once, 8 arms. The possibilities are endless.
I don't know if we should have told Stephen that, but voting is open. Voting is open.
All right. So get your votes in, and then after you have voted, we will put up the Monday mashup image again just a little bit later. So get in your ideas for that. Ooh, we just got a whole bunch of votes at the same time. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
And feel free to post in the comments if you have any ideas for what you think is the coolest superpower.
Oh, whoa! This is quite the Tron race that we have here.
This is real fun to watch.
Yeah. I enjoyed imagining an octopus in the kitchen from Tim Rial of Codenames Live.
All I can think of is calamari.
Yeah, you know what? Octopus in the kitchen? That sounds great. Just deep fry it.
Mm-hmm.
Get me some lemon mayo. We're doing great.
I think it is ready for a countdown.
All right, so let's count it down from 5. Get your votes in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Someone's phone just beeped and beep. All right, so free for all round goes to Steven. Congratulations, Steven.
There it is. Stephen has got that round. That means Stephen will be facing off against Tim again.
Again, I know. So right before that happens, I'm going to put this up on the screen real quick.
Nice.
So anyone in the comments, if you have an idea for a title or a quote or anything you want associated with this mashup, please feel free to post it in the comments. Did I say comments too many times there? Comments. All right. And while Paul is setting up voting, I'm going to work on, I don't know, moving all of your lovely faces around.
So Tim is going first
I'm going first.
in the positive round.
Okay, so you're attending the Santa Claus parade in Toronto. One of the Shriners has a heart attack. You pull the body from the tiny car, get a medical attention, and you take the wheel using instinctive vehicular operation. You perform all the routines flawlessly like a very tiny synchronized swimmer. You save Christmas, and that's cool.
Boom. All right. A superpower that saves Christmas. Stephen, you get to be positive about your choice once more. Rewinding time.
All right. So the power to rewind time is the power to never suffer a moment of indecision ever again. Coffee or tea, cake or pie, Old Faithful, or the stranger? You don't have to choose anymore. Enjoy one, then zip, zap, zop, and you and Lefty are off to the races.
It's all about lefties. Right. Anyways, vote.
Lefties and sex with Stephen. Lefties and sex. Christian Menard is saying bah humbug to saving Christmas.
Hey.
We get it at Horrible, Montreal, is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So we have at least one audience mention coming in for the naming the mashup. The voting is open. You can go to slido.com, the event code being BC307, and that's your chance.
Thanks, Nona.
All right, so get those votes in. Paul, how are we doing on votes?
I think we are ready for a countdown, actually.
All right, so in that case, let's do it from 3 this time. From 3, 2, get your votes in. 1, beep. Positive round goes to Tim. Congratulations, Tim.
Boom. And that means that Stephen gets to go first in the negative round. Negative about instinctive vehicular operation. Instinctive?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The ideal.
So, instinctive vehicular operation sounds like a great power on the face of it. you're the permanent designated driver.
Boom. All right.
This was supposed to be about the coolest power. And being able to turn back time, we've forgotten the most important thing. With great power comes great responsibility. We all know it. And being able to turn back time for your own pleasure is not really that responsible. It's more of a, let's say, permanent orgasm.
All right. Argument has been brought back and used against him. Let's see what the voting says. Go to Slido.com. The event code is BC307. And it's your chance to get your votes in.
Ooh, all right. Steven coming in first. Which,
Oh, it is a Tron race happening here.
this is fun. All right. People keep voting so that we can keep like gasping at this bar chart.
I
I'm
like
really enjoying
Slido.
it.
It's like a light cycle race without turns.
Yeah.
Guys, please don't sing too much copyrighted music. We get in trouble
Yeah.
for that sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, whoever said that they like Slido, I agree. This is way better than back in the day when I had to count individual comments and was even more sleep deprived than I am now. Yeah, don't ask me to do math when we are in a global crisis, or ever really.
It is worth the investment. It is worth the
It was
investment.
great. We love Slido.
When Codenames is live,
I've been telling everybody to go to Slido.com. I forget that they got the little. You can just scan your screen on the little board cube up in the corner, and it would take you right there. What are those called again?
in the old days,
QR
going to BattleCOM live, though, it was a bit different because you had the little paddles that had the two colors on either side. And people would make a mistake because they're saying, I'm voting for red or green or whoever, and they're looking at that side and holding it up and not realizing they're holding up the wrong side.
The side facing. Yeah.
They look at it. I'm voting for yellow.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure that mistake is how I got votes for my first couple BattleComs. So not complaining.
Sorry, you were hilarious.
I did okay in my first BattleCom, but like you remember who I was up against, and you remember that we had a heckler in the audience. So my first BattleCom was not much to write home about, except for that time that I made an inappropriate joke at an all ages show, despite being the least inappropriate comic you know.
Everyone will remember that Harry Potter tie-in toy. Or is it a buzz-in toy? All right, let's get the countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1, beep. All right, negative round goes to Tim, which means that 2 rounds have gone to Tim in this battle.
Yay.
Congratulations
Thank you.
To Tim. We are sort of setting up a big rivalry between Tim and Steven.
I'm a little sad, though, actually, because I didn't get to tell my diphtheria story.
Oh, that's, what vehicle did you need to drive it with the diphtheria?
The dog sled.
All right. Tim Riel is saying that was still my absolute fave Battlefield answer, Erica.
Thanks, Tim. I'm looking forward to being back on Codenames Live very soon.
That boy ain't right. Mashup name. There we go. So that means we have our. Hold it. That finished round 2.
That
was
the thing. Tim won. So as a reminder, this is our Monday mashup, and now that we've got a few answers, guess what, battlers? You get to choose a winner. So
I think most of our answers came in from the same people, but
I really like Steve Rogers. That boy ain't right.
Yeah.
That's actually just a quote from King of the Hill. It's something ain't right with that boy.
So yeah, we have that one. And that one. Oh no, I clicked on the wrong thing. Ignore me. Paul, go click on the comment that you were going to put on screen.
All right, Summer Bash signups are live. Paul and Erica, super hint, obvious wink. There we go. So we get the other one is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Both good.
I'm not. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. And there was another one, was there not?
Emrich had one.
I thought there was one. I just haven't.
Leatherface and Leatherface accessories.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also excellent. Wait, why am I not finding it?
Right there.
There
There
it
she
is.
is.
Leatherface and Leatherface accessories. So that is the choices. Battlers. Which one do you think is the best?
I have to go with that boy ain't right. It's
Yeah.
too perfect.
That's mine.
I think I go with Leatherface and Leatherface accessories.
I do as well.
Oh,
Ooh,
so
whoa.
we've got a tie.
It's a tie.
So tiebreakers go to Erica Taddeo.
Erica.
You know, I hate being the tiebreaker because it involves making decisions and perhaps disappointing someone, both of which are not things that I am good at. I am gonna go with, you know what? Let's go with That Boy Ain't Right. It was tough. Tim, do not hate me, but congratulations, Captain America.
But the Steve Rogers one was easier to find, and plus it's Steve Rogers.
And she also wants his number at the end of the night, so.
I mean, how else am I gonna get Captain America's phone number? All right, for all I know, all he has is a rotary telephone. Like, what do I need to call a switchboard operator? Because I don't know how to do that. I'm a millennial.
All right. There is sorry. I heard a joke about how the old Avengers are technically a millennial because their average age is 1,000. So just pointing out that BattleCOM is powered by StreamYard, which is an easy streaming app. So I want to very much shout out to the StreamYard. I actually pay them, so this is not a paid promo. But if anyone wants to be doing some live streaming, they make it so easy. And Slido, something else that I pay for, is a great way of getting your voice heard and a chance to hear back from the people viewing you with their voting. If you want to help support the channel, any money that is donated tonight will be divided among all the performers that you are seeing here above me. And the best way to do that is go to Linktree or linktr.ee/Paul Ash. And the first button at the top says buy me a coffee or buy me a drink. And you can just do your donation through there and it'll come to here and I'll be able to pay these people in the next day or two. So the name of the mashup. So we're going with. We are going with That Boy Ain't Right. That Boy Ain't Right. And the mashup for the third battle round. The mashup for the third battle round is.
Oh dear.
Oh dear Lord.
It's
Well,
an
I'll never
homage
unsee that.
to Frazetta. So. Frazetta did the Death Dealer and Conan artwork for years. Famous fantasy artist, and of course, Sesame Street Cookie Monster. All right, battlefield number 3.
Hi, I'm TV's Scott Carter. You might know me from one episode of Smallville where I made a shadow on the wall somewhere in, I don't know, season 5 or 6. I didn't watch the show, who cares? But I hear you guys, you normies, are coming in and stealing jobs from us hard-working professional comedians / weed dealers. So I'm looking forward to it, to seeing what you normal people can do. You know, you're probably funnier and better at this than I am already, and a whole lot less awkward. Anyways, I gather you're all nerds. You're all real nerds, I take it. And I sell weed for a living, so you can already tell that I love science fiction. So I'm going to ask you guys, what's your favorite sci-fi TV show? And I know there's a lot to choose from, and I know mine, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm a stinker. So yeah, I just want to know what you guys think about that one. your favorite sci-fi TV show. That's your battlefield right now. So battle to death, kill each other. Bye.
All right, that was very low volume. I apologize.
All right.
I could have boosted. But we've got a note from Steve Rogers. Sadly, he's taken but flattered. And codename live saying, "I love Scott." So I don't know what the YouTube will do about the plants that we showed on screen. All right, so I don't think it was favorite. What was the actual wording for the battle? The greatest?
Yeah.
Okay, the greatest sci-fi show of all time. And so Mark has chosen the Magic School Bus, and he'll be facing off against Matthew, who chose Doctor Who. So it is the positive round. Positive round, that means Matthew goes first. Positive about his choice.
So Doctor Who is a show about a Hugh Hefner type traveling through time and space with a new side piece every couple of years. What's even better is that it's paid for by the British citizens in their taxes because it's from the BBC. So finally, we're getting some sort of compensation for all the horribleness that Britain has done to the world over the years. So they gave us with this 862 episodes, which is much better than their normal gift of smallpox blankets.
All right, he went there. Mark, you get to be positive with the Magic School Bus.
Okay, so right away you're probably thinking that it's because of the bus that I think it's the greatest show. But while the bus is great, what I'm interested in is it's a school teacher that has a machine that is basically a time machine that doubles as a shrink ray. With what money? Teachers can barely buy any school supplies. How is she?
Vote! Oh my goodness! This round we've got anti-colonialism also against the tragedy of reduced school budgets. All right, first point on the board is going to Mark with Magic School Bus. That was the most interesting description I've ever heard of Doctor Who. We've got Steve Rogers has come up with By Crumb as the mashup name.
It's a great Monday mashup.
Yeah. And Magic School Bus gave us better memes though. So.
Come on, people
Doctor Who
vote.
gave you better GIFs.
Oh, actually, no. I think most people have voted, so we can probably give this a count.
All right,
it all came in sort of one-sided. Matthew, I think your mom voted against you.
How dare!
And Steven's grandmother.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1, beep.
That is going to Mark. Mark has won the positive round. We are now on to the negative round, where you get to be negative about each other's choice. We're going to start with Matthew being negative about the Magic School Bus.
To be fair, the Magic School Bus is just a ripoff of Doctor Who. We all know that Miss Frizzle is a Time Lord, which is why she has a school bus. So, you're basically supporting my show, Doctor Who, because your show is just a spin-off of it.
Boom. All right. I think that's that. Were you done, Matthew?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Mark, you get to be negative now about Doctor Who as the greatest sci-fi show.
Okay. So I'm not saying Miss Frizzle would win in a fight against Doctor Who. What I am saying is that she would go back in time to when he was in infancy, shrink down, go inside of him, and kill him from the inside.
All right. That was a very dark take on on Miss Frizzle. Voting is open. There is Steve Rogers saying, I mean, the small. Okay, it's Pox POX blankets were more my team's thing. We own that. I get some bad Canadian news for you, Steve. The first person who did it intentionally was actually the governor of Nova Scotia. So they've taken down his statue in Halifax finally.
This
all
has
right.
been your Heritage Minute.
Yeah, I mean, damn, that's true. Ad Horrible is saying, I mean, she would also bring kids along to teach them a lesson about anatomy. And the Ant-Man internal murder method. I like it. All right. Makes me a little bit scary. Oh, wow. The race is continuing there. Only half the people have voted at this point. So we are still watching the votes come in. This is a very visceral round.
All right, how are we doing on votes, Paul?
About half the people have voted. About half the people have voted. Right. Going to Slido.com or scanning the QR code. Or if you go to Slido.com, the event code is BC307. BC307. And oh, I have a question, but I don't want to ask it until I think I might have to ask it because I'm not sure. Did Ms. Frizzle ever lose any students?
Don't.
Did the show really have to get even darker, Paul? Come on, man.
I'm just comparing the win-loss here.
Because all the students grew up to be in Captain Planet.
There we go. So no, they didn't. Here, all right. Now more votes are coming in. Come on. How do people not have an opinion about Doctor Who versus Miss Frizzle?
All right. I think they're having difficulty telling them apart. Let's do the countdown.
All right. So from 5, one of them wears a scarf, the other one doesn't. 4, one of them has a bus, the other one has like a telephone booth. 3, one of them is animated, the other one is probably not. 2, they literally have different accents. 1, I don't know, another thing. And B.
There we go. That was well done, Erica, with your countdown of facts.
Thank you.
So that goes to Mark. Mark has won that round
so that's both
entirely.
Rounds. Yeah.
Both rounds. Yeah. So he is the battle champion of the first battle of the third battlefield. There's a lot of math in keeping track of all of this, and I feel like I should not be the person to be keeping track of the math.
You're the only person who understands it, Paul. Literally, we would need either Doctor Who or Miss Frizzle to understand it if you were not here.
All right, our second two battlers, the second two battles and the second two battle choices, and their battle choices for the greatest sci-fi show of all time is Tim Rowcliffe with his choice of the $6 million man. We've got a Dalek in here. I need to point out there was it went away.
Exterminate Miss Frizzle.
See, they are a Time Lord. They are a Time Lord. That's why that was happening. Oh, wrong one. There we are for the best layout. So it's Tim Rowcliffe with his choice of the $6 million man versus Stephen with the Octonauts. Octonauts. So positive about the Octonauts. Go ahead, Stephen.
So on the outside, this might seem like it's just a kid's show geared for 4 to 7-year-olds. But if you've had to watch hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of it while babysitting your nephews, you start to read between the lines, and you'll see that it contains all the classic sci-fi tropes. For example, I don't know if you can see that. You've got cool ships. You've got weird alien creatures. And you've got a diverse crew that's overcoming their animal instincts to eat each other and working together for the greater good. But you know what it doesn't have? Red shirts. Despite being a show focused on primary colors, they deliberately leave out red so that every character can make it back for the next mission. And you can make toys out of them.
Boom. All right. Tim Rowcliffe.
So the $6 million man, it maybe doesn't have the cachet of a lot of your Star Treks and Doctor Who's and those type of thing. But like a lot of these shows, it did have an opening monologue. And I could recite it, but we're supposed to be entertaining. So with that in mind, Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology, we have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man, better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. Better, stronger, faster.
All right. Voting is open. Voting is open. Steve Rogers is saying that he's learning so much. I believe that might have been about Cornwallis, but and I made an American feel better about their history.
And my wife will be really glad she won't hear that anymore.
Oh, you're going to be humming it for weeks. We've already seen the Ant-Man murder. This sounds strangely like the excuses people give for not recognizing Clark Kent and Superman.
Oh, yes, that's the difference between Doctor Who and Miss Frizzle. And
exactly. Wow, we've got a big race happening in the votes as well. Sorry, Erica, go ahead.
Oh, nope, that's pretty much all I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Wow. All right. We've only got about 2/3 of the votes in as of yet. But maybe if we give it the long count, they will catch on.
All right, get your votes in, everyone, from 5. This is about a hero named Steve versus a comedian named Steve. 4. I don't know, another comment. 3. I have not seen a single episode of either of these shows, so it's really hard for me to come up with material about them. 2. Again, one of them is animated and the other one is live action. 1. Get your votes in. This is your last chance before I say beep.
Oh, no points awarded.
Oh.
That is tied.
That is tied. We've got also we've got the camera eye was pretty cool. I had the action figure, and it's, I think, one of the few TV programs that actually had Andre the Giant in it. So,
thank you for.
Fuck.
that.
Sorry, excuse my language.
Thanks.
All right. I gotta be less excited about things. All right, we are now moving on to the negative round. Negative, Tim, you get to go first.
All right, so I don't know the Octonauts. I will be completely honest with you. My daughter was more of a backyardigans kind of girl. So, but I will say this. You talked about having toys. The Steve action figure was missing an eye. He actually had a hole through the back of his head so you could look through. And it still was a bestseller. I don't know how many Octonauts could be sold having holes in their head, but he also had removable circuit boards in his arm. So you could be ready for your next mission. He was like the original Transformer.
Boom. Steven.
So, okay, yeah, Steve Austin, the $6 billion man, he was awesome in the 70s. I mean, $6 billion in the 70s, he's probably worth, what, about $50 and change today?
Oh, all right. We're not sure how inflation works. Get your votes in.
I was an English major.
I mean, he's technology, not real estate, so who knows?
And he did say 6 million, not not, or you said 6 billion, not 6 million. So. I was sort of disappointed that Tim didn't have a song for that one.
Octonauts.
Just nobody go Octonuts.
All right. All right. Keep getting your votes in, everyone. Also, if we've missed any titles, please feel free to post what you think is the greatest sci-fi television series in the comments. And don't forget. Oh, all right. I was going to say don't forget to like and subscribe, but I'm glad you guys gave us something more interesting to talk about. Oh, man. Look at that bar graph. All right. I feel like someone's just having fun voting and then removing their votes just to mess with me.
Nope. It's more coming in. More coming in.
Oh.
Oh my!
And the race
all
is
right,
on.
I think we should give this the long count. But when it comes to discovering like old sci-fi, I'm going to say I'm a big fan of Prime, Amazon Prime. I mean, as much as Amazon is little bit like they could be a better company to their employees, but
I said, they're the worst.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Parks and Recreation, it's also on Netflix, so you don't need to.
Well, the thing is, they actually have UFO, which was the TV series that allowed Space 1999 to be made. So they've got all of UFO on Prime. They also have Space 1999, but it's missing a couple episodes. I guess rights issues, but no one knows UFO. Just
Paul, what year was UFO broadcast in?
I think they talked about the far future of 1980.
So then, no, unfortunately, I have not seen it. Was it ever released on DVD?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's stylistically, it's very cool. It was very much in the mod look of England at the time, and it was done by Jerry Anderson. Let's give this a countdown. I'll talk about
All right, from 5, 4. I don't have funny things to say in between these numbers. Sorry. 3, 2. Get your votes in, please. 1. Beep.
Wow.
Paul, I don't think this has happened before, Paul, that we had 2 consecutive rounds.
no points. Now the thing is,
awarded.
in the next one, if it is a tie again, Erica gets to choose.
Wow.
If one
Erica
wins,
is forced to choose.
forced to choose. If one does win, then Erica, we'll have another free for all round. But if it's the other person, or then Erica will have to choose. So there is a 3/4 chance that Erica will have to choose the winner of this battle.
I'm sure she'll be completely impartial and lovely, like always.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I just heard that kiss from here.
Right?
And Codename Live says, I love it when Paul tells us about a TV show that helped spawn a second TV show. Nobody's ever heard of either of the TV shows because they're really old. No one has heard of Space 1999?
Space 1999 was boss.
Yeah, I know Space 1999.
Thank you.
Martin Landau and Barbara Bain.
Yeah.
For anyone
Very
who
cool.
hasn't seen it, Space 1999 is an entire TV series based on this one song by Prince.
Sure.
No. Let's face it. It's sort of like Voyager, except instead of being Voyager, it was the moon and it was floating away from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was 5 in 1999. Thank you, Ad Horrible. All right. We are going on to a free-for-all round. So they have the choice of being positive or about their own choice, negative about their opponent's choice, just being entertaining, or a roast attack upon their opponent. Steven, you get to go first.
All right. So Octonauts is everything you love about classic Star Trek distilled into its purest form. All the character archetypes are here. Your courageous, hard-nosed captain with a distinctive cadence, personified by an English accented polar bear. Your brash, overconfident first officer with daddy issues, as represented by a tabby cat with an eye patch. Your bleeding heart chief medic, who will defy orders to uphold their Hippocratic oath, as portrayed by a Latino penguin. Check. Is there a miracle working engineer with a stereotypical borderline offensive accent in the form of a green bunny with a southern drawl? You're darn tootin', sugar.
I feel that was a quote. Tim Rowcliffe.
From that description of the characters, I think they've missed some obvious things in your description. Number one, why a polar bear would have an English accent, considering there's no polar bears in England. And if you're going to have a doctor that follows the Hippocratic Oath, why wouldn't he be a hippo?
All right. Voting is open. Voting is open. There we go. I really thought when you were going to say the Hippocratic Oath, you were going to mention snakes. Because the Hippocratic...
No snakes in the crew.
All right. We also, Codenames Live is saying, how can it be the future if it was 20 years ago? It was actually 40 years ago for UFO. They had awesome toys.
The best thing about Space 1999 is they never talked about the repercussions of the moon leaving Earth's orbit. You never saw Earth.
Yeah.
You just saw the moon taking off and getting through the universe, blissfully singing along, and thank God they had all those. Thank God they had all those tapes of the $6 Million Man.
All right, Steve Rogers is going. Farscape was pretty cool. There we go. Farscape was great. It was Chris Henson, I think, was behind that. So Jim Henson's best child.
Best child.
What have the other Henson kids done? Just
lucky for us, Paul only has one daughter.
And she is the best.
All right. So how are those votes looking? Should we count it down?
I think we should count it down. Give it a long count. Not everyone has voted, but we'll see how it comes in. Somebody might be trying to wait for the last minute, but there is a delay, so we may not see your vote if you were waiting for the beep sound to do the vote.
So please vote now before the beep. If you've already voted, then do all those other things. Post in the comments, like, subscribe. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. And those are all our votes. All right, so first free-for-all round goes to Tim. Congratulations, Tim.
Thank you.
Boom. So the second free-for-all round is going to start with Steven. Steven, another free-for-all round. Here we go. Oh, well, Codenames Live is saying, I'm all about the BBC Hitchhiker's Guide. That's my jam. There we go.
All right. So here's the thing that Octonauts actually does better than most sci-fi shows. It gets to the goddamn point. Your average episode of Star Trek is 43 to 46 minutes long, and that includes a useless B-plot where Data suffers an inferiority complex because he can't beat an alien at space Tetris. Octonauts, on the other hand, your typical 26-minute episode contains 2 complete 13-minute adventures, and each of those includes a song and a dance break. I know which I prefer.
All right, Tim, I think he's just called you out wanting a song.
All right, here we go. Paul alluded to it earlier when he talked about Andre the Giant playing Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man. If it hadn't been for him getting his toes wet, so to speak, as an actor on the $6 Million Man, we may not have had his beautiful performance in The Princess Bride. So, with that being said, if you hate The Princess Bride, please vote for Steven.
All right. The voting is open. Voting is open.
All right. Get your votes in, friends. And oh, I should have pulled up the mashup earlier. We'll pull that up again in a few minutes. So get ready to write some jokes. All right, first votes coming in are for Steven.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
also
right.
it's a dirty pool is being called on Tim. I'm pretty sure. Tim is saying Tim's dirty pool. Oh yeah, the Hitchhiker's comment we already saw. Invoking the Princess Bride will not be blackmailed into voting. No, you should vote. You should vote, Christian. not who you're voting for. There's a lot of people apparently hate the Princess Bride, though. So I shouldn't have said that. All right, we just...
Paul.
There is I'd like to point out to I guess Tim Rial and Codenames Live, because Tim Rial is very at times he can be very ecstatic and scattered slightly. That's why he hosts Codenames Live, because the idea there is actually like 5 different versions that are all different of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because the guy wrote it first as a radio play, and then he got asked to do it as a book, and then he wrote the book, but then he didn't like the book, so he did a second edition of the book, and then they did a TV series based on the radio play, and there's been 2 movies. So yeah, and all of them are different. Like he changes up stuff as he goes through and does it because he thought of better jokes after.
He also wrote episodes of Doctor Who.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. I think I killed enough time for the votes to come in or people to log off and not care anymore. There is. Sorry. And I have all of them. I own so many Hitchhiker Guides. But Tim, do you own enough towels? You're a divorced man. We understand. All right.
Oh.
Pop.
Somebody has put an Erica in the hot seat. Erica,
Thank you,
it's your
Steven's
turn.
grandmother.
Is this a long count or a short count?
We will try to make it a long count and we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen and friends. From 5, 4, 3. If I had to guess how many towels Tim should own, it should be 42, because that's the meaning of life. 2, 1. Somebody please vote. I hate making decisions. Beep. No points have been awarded. This is tough. If I'm basing it solely on the last round, I think I know who I'm choosing. If I have to base it on the entire 4 rounds, of which I remember most of them, you guys
did have 1 point, though.
Okay, we'll give you guys each 15 seconds to win over Erica. Tim, you go first.
Back to toys. Oscar Goldman was Steve Austin's boss. His only action figure was just a guy in a suit with an exploding briefcase. That's all. And he still sold millions.
15 seconds. Steven.
So you know what makes the octopod go? Instead of like dilithium crystals or coaxium or any of that other garbage, bubbles. Good old-fashioned ecologically sound bubbles. That's right, it basically farts itself everywhere.
15. Erica.
All right, you know what? Both are good. I'd like to commend Stephen on bringing farts into this rather than just talking about like sex and dead grandmas.
His comedy has evolved through the show. We have watched the comedy evolve.
Oh, that's good.
Tim did talk about tie-in toys, which, as we discussed earlier, is my most famous BattleCOM topic of all time. And you know what? I think I might have to give it to the exploding briefcase. So, Tim, congratulations.
Wow.
You have won this round, and you're moving on to the final. That was
Well
a very
fought,
tough
sir.
decision.
Well fought.
That was a very
Well
tough
fought.
decision.
Thank
I love
you.
both
That was
equally.
good. I have an arch nemesis now. I'm so excited.
I'm really sorry.
I
But
just going
listen,
back.
I love you both equally. If you ever decide to like parent trap me, I'm sure I would not notice.
I would
Let's
like to
move on.
point out that Erica complains about living in corporate culture, Yet she chose the action figure that comes in a suit with a briefcase.
An exploding briefcase. How cool is that?
An exploding briefcase, though. That's hard to top.
My employer should not read into that. But
We should point out that this was also a time that we also had lawn darts available to us as kids.
Yes.
So, and some comments that I have missed, I'm pretty sure. Oh, he always has his towel. There he is. So let's show the mashup again while I prepare the voting Slido
yes,
for
absolutely.
our last two people, which is going to be Mark versus Tim.
So here is our mashup image. The art of Paul. Remind me the name. I'm sorry.
Frank Frazetta.
Thank you.
It's in the art style of Frank Frazetta. This is not Frank Frazetta's artwork that I know about. Or the brothers Hildebrandt is also very similar. Both of them were, all the artists were very important to fantasy art.
All right, so those obviously meshed up with our good friend Cookie Monster from Sesame Street. So if you have any ideas for a title, a quote, or just something funny about this image, please feel free to post it in the comments. And after this battle, once we choose our winner, we will choose the best Monday mashup content. So here it is. Enjoy it, because I am about to remove it from the screen and it's gone. All right, Paul, are we ready?
I am ready. We are going to start with Mark. Mark being positive about his choice, the Magic School Bus.
So when I was a kid, just to go to the museum, you needed a permission slip from your parents, like every kid. Yet in this show, this teacher can decide to go to outer space with the whole class during lunch period without asking anyone's permission, and then be back in time for algebra. I just have so many questions, none of which are answered by the show at any point.
All right, Tim.
So one of the things the $6 Million Man is most known for was its use of slow motion. And how did they do slow motion? They just showed him running at regular speed, but added one little n. And that was TV history.
All right. Voting is now open. Uh-oh. All right. Sorry, something has happened to the voting. Let me go back and fix it.
When Paul says, uh-oh, that is not a good sign.
All right. There it is. There it is. Why am I in charge of the technology? We have a comment that's come in for the mashup, Codenames Live. The reason this is a mountain is because my mouth doesn't have a throat hole. The existential dread that is Cookie Monster. To love something so much and not be able to consume it in the way it normally should be consumed.
So sad.
So sad. So sad.
All right. Keep voting, viewers, because we are looking forward to, I don't know, the rest of these rounds. Looking forward to that countdown. I get to say beep again.
Only about half the people have voted at this point. I did have to reset it because a vote came in before any of the battles were, any of the arguments were started. So
get your votes in. We are so close. And both of those were very good points. So good job, guys. We have two good finalists with good material. This has been a great show. Yes, this was a really fun experiment in general. And it has worked out really well. I don't know science words, so.
None of us are wearing lab coats. I don't think it officially can be called an experiment. This is a show. This is season 3, episode 7, with some fine battlers doing their dangdest.
Exactly. That's what Paul said. Dangadist. That's not a word, Paul, but that's okay.
Oh, shoot.
All right.
I'm going to Calgary. I'm practicing. There are, by the way, if there's anyone watching from Calgary, I'll be part of the Calgary Funny Fest, and I think we can give this a countdown.
All right, so from 5, 4, 3. So you keep getting those votes in. I saw 1 just came in.
Yeah.
2, 1, and beep. All right. So the positive round has gone to Tim. Congratulations, Tim. Which means that next is the negative round. And yes.
No, you take it. Go for it.
Oh,
Run.
Okay. Which means that next up is the negative round. And Mark, you will be going first. You've got to be negative against Tim's choice of the $6 million man.
So look, I don't care what you throw at Miss Frizzle. She basically is a machine that's a cross between Ant-Man and the Terminator doing her beck and call. I don't know what secret she's hiding, but I'm not waiting for her to go all Scarlet Witch to find out.
Well, all I know is that the Miss Frizzle that I knew and loved wasn't an assassin. She wouldn't go into somebody else and make the school bus explode them. I mean, she was a school teacher, but unless she suddenly morphed into Walter White, this was not Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle was a lovely woman who took care of her children.
All right, voting is open. Oh, now the voting is open. The voting is open. I love the fact that you all were referencing other properties to explain your property, your show. You reference other shows and movies to explain.
All right. Ooh, all right. Ooh, votes are coming in hot. Okay, we like this.
And as Montreal is saying, clearly Tim has never watched the revival of the Magic School Bus. Yeah, I know. The computer animation makes it very Terminator-esque.
Christopher Nolan's Magic School Bus.
You do, Tim Rowcliffe, are you saying that you didn't realize that it has been rebooted?
No, I had no idea.
Oh, it's great. You should watch it.
But it's not Miss Frizzle anymore. It's
I'm
No.
56 years old. The only cartoons I watch have like things that call. No, I'm not going to say hentai. I'm not going to say hentai. I was going to say with Archer in them.
Okay.
I mean,
so
that's
Bob's
fine,
Burger.
but it's no Magic School Bus.
That's right.
Oh, all right. Marc-Andre is proven he is a fighter because right now he is tied with Tim on this one. Only half the people have voted, and we are being. It is Miss Frizzle in the revival. So,
Miss Frizzle.
It's Miss Frizzle and her older sister, Professor Dr. Frizzle. Anyways, it's great. How many other shows do you get the comedic genius of both Lily Tomlin and Kate McKinnon? You don't.
Lily Tomlin is a master.
We love her. She's the best.
This is true.
Oh, and
I
then
know
Steve
facts
Rogers
aren't
saying,
jokes, but-
did she regenerate like? Did she regenerate like Doctor Who?
Nope, just regular human stuff. Just having a family, being related to other humans.
So to be a Time Lord, be a parent, because that way you see all your time disappear. Sorry, that was sad. Sorry.
That's why I have cats.
All right,
That's why I have nephews.
let's give this a countdown. The votes, almost all the votes are in. We'll see if it changes with the count.
All right, keep getting your votes in. So from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. All right,
Nice.
Negative round goes to Mark. Congratulations.
Nice.
That means
Well done.
that we are tied. So I guess while Paul gets the voting set up, I am going to introduce us all to the free-for-all round. So, Mark, since you won that last round, Tim, you will be going first. Free-for-all, just as a reminder, you can be positive, negative, personal roast attack, or say just about anything you want.
So, as wonderful as Miss Frizzle, everybody loves Miss Frizzle. There was another school teacher on television long before Miss Frizzle, and her name was Jamie Summers. And Jamie Summers was the bionic woman who spun off of her own show off of the $6 Million Man. She wasn't a sidekick or some kind of Girl Friday to the $6 Million Man. She got her own freaking show, and she won an Emmy for it. The $6 million man was inspiring girl power 20 years before the Spice Girls.
Boom.
So you want to make school more interesting? You know what kids love? Dinosaurs. But here's the thing. You take the whole class back in time to meet the dinosaurs in person. It's not like there's, I don't know, 6 movies, 3 books, a bunch of video games telling you that it's a bad idea to bring them back to life in a controlled environment. So I'm just, waiting to see what's going to happen.
Boom. All right. Let's see the voting. The voting is open. Some comments have come in. Talking about the Magic School Bus. It passes the Bechdel. It's called the Bechdel bar, not the Bechdel test, I believe.
Bechdel. It's not a ch. It's a k.
Okay, Bechdel.
Bechdel, I think.
Bechdel. All right. It's with a D and a T, right? But she is rated 7.8 out of 10 on Netflix. So.
Does anyone trust the Netflix ratings? Anyway, look at all the most popular shows on Netflix. Most of them are either things we've all watched 10 times already, or they're about like the internet and people dating via the internet, but also in real life. I don't know. I haven't watched any of those shows, but like 5 of them are hosted by Nick Lachey. Why? You'd think that he would want to stay away from reality shows about relationships. But anyway.
But oh my God, Bridgerton.
Oh, okay, yes. All right.
What is the?
I just lost votes for Bridgerton.
It is sort of like a negative thing with how this scales, because like 1 vote takes you up to 100% if it's only a vote, and as long as you're the only person who gets votes, you're at 100%. Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 100 votes, right? So the fact that you lost a vote just meant that actually Mark got one, so it wasn't.
Speaking of votes, how are we doing? Are we ready?
I think we are ready for the countdown.
All right, so this is your last call. If you haven't voted yet, you need to vote now because we are counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here is our final beep.
Nice.
All right, so that last round goes to Mark. Congratulations, Mark. You have won your first battle on BattleCOM.
Good job, Mark.
Boom.
You can't beat the Magic School Bus.
You can, but then it beats you back. All right. So, all right. We also, it is, I've been corrected, is the Bechdel test, not bar. And Miss Frizzle is the diamond, is the diamond. There is, all right. I've talked about Roger Corman to people before. For those who don't know, Roger Corman is a director, producer, who wrote a book actually saying how I produced 1,000 movies in Hollywood and never lost a dime. He's done. You have seen his movies. I will say you have seen his movies. Among the things that he produced was the original Death Race 2000. And he recently, even though bigger studios have done Death Race movies, he did Death Race 2050. So he did the original with David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone. So he did this new one, and in the movie he actually set up, because they have these waypoints that they stop and they can rest as they're crossing America in these murder cars. 2 of the female characters meet at the bar at this rest spot, and they talk about the race, but the name of the bar is the Bechdel bar. Just all right. That was a long way to go for I thought it was kind of nice that he put kind of that note in, and that spun off into Crazy Future of 1982. So that was actually, it was 2050, but not that I'll live to see that. We are what? All right,
He also made the original Fantastic Four movie.
Yes,
Oh,
the one
yes,
that was not
yes.
meant to be.
That if you can see the documentary about that, it's quite fascinating.
Yeah. He rented a castle for The Pit and the Pendulum, starring Vincent Price, for a month. And they realized they were going to be done principal photography in 3 weeks. And he went around to his staff saying, who's got a script that needs a castle? And they filmed a second film in the week that was left over.
The Terror with Jack Nicholson and Boris Karloff.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah,
Nice.
There we go. All right. That has been almost all of the show. We still need to find out what is the best. We had at least 2 titles come in for the mashup.
So we had this one. And I believe we also have, let me see if I can find it. And by Crumb. As a reminder, if you need to see the image again, here is that image. And so our options are by Crumb and wait, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. And hang on, I swear I'm clicking on it. Okay. The only reason this is mounted is because my mouth doesn't have a throat hole. All right, so battlers, which one do you like best?
Throat hole for me.
Yes.
I mean, of course, I'm going to vote for throat hole. Come on.
All right.
I think the throat hole as well.
All right.
Okay, we've taken something wholesome. Marc-Andre, do you want? Mark, do you want to?
Oh yeah, no, I'm also voting for throat hole.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep for the throat hole.
All right.
Can I just interrupt and give an applause to Matthew?
Yes.
Matthew did really well tonight, and it was great having him over here.
I also like to just sort of point out the giant game shelf behind Matthew.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim has got his pop standees behind him.
Steven does.
What?
Steven does. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Very cool.
And you're on.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh yeah.
For a prop. Put my
to raise the camera up high enough, he put it on a board game. That is. Yes, Stephen also. We could tell that Stephen doesn't have children of his own because he has that many Ashoka pops. Ahsoka pops. All right. And Codename Lives is going hot. We'll talk about the board games. And there we go. At this point, I do want to thank Tina Spirals, who's our model on Twitter, modeling a classic BattleCOM T-shirt. Models it on Facebook. So thank you, Tina Spirals, fantastic cosplayer, as well as artist. The link tree that we did earlier. Also, you can go get your own BattleCOM T-shirts from Teespring. So those are there. Some hoodies like "Losing is a learning experience. I am here to teach you." That's pretty. All right. So the one that no one said, I was thinking Cookie the Barbarian.
Yeah, that works.
Throat hole just took a little bit too much talking. I was trying in my head to come up with the and to see the crumbs of them being driven before you.
Yeah.
Limitations of their crumbs. All right. This motion art is done by Evan C. Abrams, so we want to thank him. Also want to send a shout out to Cindy for doing so much work behind the scenes as well, and of course our battlers. Let's. Did I do that? There we go. I guess I did do that. So our battlers. There's Stephen. I was about to say shellac, but
I've heard them all. Don't worry about offending me.
All right. What the correct pronunciation again?
Is Cmelak. Cmelak.
Cmelak. All right, Cmelak. I wouldn't have got that. That's Roshan on Twitter.
Excellent work. All right. Snaps and clapping. Good job, Stephen.
Yay. Good job,
Great
Stephen.
work.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being part of it. We also have Marc-Andre
Good job,
Dagenais.
Mark.
Hey.
Excellent work. Applause.
Thanks for having me.
And it was a pleasure. We also, where to go? There it is. Trying to work all these buttons. We have Tim.
Hey.
Thanks for having me,
Good job,
Paul. I
Tim.
really enjoyed myself. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm glad that you finally got your shot. And Stephen, Tim, and Mark, and probably eventually Matthew too. We'll all get a shot on a regular BattleCOM at some point to face off against the Masters. Tim Rowcliffe also has a Twitch channel which is currently on hiatus, which will be back in the fall.
January.
Which is the Jigsaw Nerd, and somebody is waiting patiently with a helmet. So let's get them on there before they suffocate.
Thank you.
Yes. Usually, as comedians, we say "you killed it," but allow me to say "you exterminated."
Yeah.
And also a big round of applause and a big thank you to the fantastic Erica Taddeo.
Hey.
You see how bad I'm at hitting buttons, and it would be even worse without Erica here.
It would be
Thank you very much, Erica.
the same amount of bad. Thank you, Paul. This is super fun. By the way, anyone who's in Montreal, I am going to be doing a show in person, live, not on the internet. What is that? Next week, it's called Stand Up St. Henry. It's at the Montreal Improv, which is in St. Henry. So I don't know, why not make a day of it? You can hang out by the canal and then eat at any of the amazing restaurants that, for some reason, are all in that neighborhood. And only some good restaurants are near me. Sigh. And then come and see a great show. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you are a longtime fan of BattleCOM, you'll be interested to know that it will be hosted by Mike Carrozza, our friend Mike Carrozza. So yeah, pretty much that's it.
Whose name
Thank
you've
you,
turned
Paul.
into a verb for BattleCOM.
I have. That was one of my favorite BattleCOM moments. Anyways, so check that out. Buy your tickets, and you can follow me on Instagram. Okay, plugs over.
Just one more plug to come in. I also two, because I want to thank three. Let's make it three. I've got three plugs here. I want to thank Cindy for all the work they do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, I meant my plugs were over. You can plug as many plugs as you want. I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that sounded weird.
So thank you very much to Cindy for all the work that they do. Number two, I want to thank everybody who watched and participated, who voted, who commented. You are all amazing. Thank you very much. Codename Lives has given us a comment that saying amazing show, everyone.
It was.
Definitely that is the case. I want to thank all of you for dealing with my procrastination of getting this started. Thank you very much for your patience. And I want to thank, of course, what was the third plug? Oh, yeah, me. Not thanking me. Tomorrow night I'll be I'm producing a show at the Wiggle Room. It's called Vaudeville. It's no big deal. It's just rated like 9.8 on Yelp out of 10. So it's one of the best things to do in Montreal. Definitely on a Wednesday, and then on the weekend and a bit of next week I will be in Calgary. For any of you who have friends in Calgary, at the Calgary Funny Festival, doing about 10 different shows. I have a couple tickets to give away if you want to message me and you are in Calgary.
Cool. Is that an all ages show?
I'm not sure if some of them are all ages or not. Some of them are taking places in hotels. It's a festival, so there are multiple shows. So if you check out the funnyfest.com, funnyfestcalgary.com, if you Google search Funnyfest Calgary, you'll be able to see the website and you can check out the many shows that I am on. It's going to be a fun time to be there for that festival.
Nice.
So thank you all. And thank you, battlers. Thank you, audience. Thank you, Erica.
Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is great.
thanks, I enjoyed it.
Congratulations on your first BattleCom, everyone.
It's been nice to put
Thank
faces
you
on all
so
the
much.
names we see in the chat too.
Yeah, true.
All right. That just made it sound like Tim Rowcliffe is hiring a hitman. Have a good night.
It's Frizzle. It's Frizzle.
Good night, everyone.
Be well.